Good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. It's a beautiful day here. This is the day after Memorial Day. Yesterday, Mike and I continued our read through of Colossians chapter 1, and we concluded with the last, I don't know, 5, 6 verses. And I wanted just to share with you a couple of things that have been on my mind lately, is just how easily distracted I am when things don't go my way. If I have a little ache or pain, if I don't sleep well, which is, I'm here in this midsection of my life, so sometimes that just happens. And so when I don't sleep well, when I don't feel well, I get so distracted and discouraged, and I end up feeling like a zombie and don't do anything productive. It's been a struggle, and I'm working through it and pressing through it. Thankfully, Mike is a great encourager. He says if you need to rest, you need to rest. But let me tell you something, he is a workhorse. He has been on the home improvement checklist recently, and he is getting some stuff done. And so it's motivated me to get some stuff done as well, which is great because we encourage each other. Back to chapter 1 of Colossians, these last 6 verses or so, Paul begins by saying, I am glad when I suffer for you in my body, for I am participating in the sufferings of Christ that continue for his church. And he says, God has given me the responsibility of serving his church by proclaiming his entire message to you. At the writing of the book of Colossians, Paul was in prison. And if you read the other letters of Paul to the Philippians, the Ephesians, the Corinthians, and some of those other passages like in Romans, Acts even, you can find that Paul had endured a lot. He had endured being shipwrecked. He had endured being next to starvation. He had endured great heat. All of the elements he had endured. The beating of 39 lashes. And you'll remember Jesus went through that too. But Paul had endured that several times. He had endured beating with rods. He had been stoned almost to death one time. All of these things, I can just imagine how difficult and how painful his body must have been. Scarred, broken bones that had not healed properly. He was probably in a lot of pain a lot of the time. Far more than I have ever experienced or will experience. But then he says that he wants so badly for everyone to know the mystery of Christ, and that is that Christ lives in us, the hope of glory. No matter what he was facing, no matter what he had been through, no matter how much pain he was in, he pressed on so that everyone could know the gospel of Christ, and how Christ, when we say yes to him, comes to live inside of us. And that's a great mystery. He will hash it out a little more in the next chapter, I believe. I've just peeked ahead a little bit. But lastly, in this section of Scripture, he says that he works and struggles so hard, depending on Christ's mighty power that works in him, because he wants to present everyone to God in a perfect relationship. And so in this passage of Scripture, I find encouragement that when I am facing fatigue from sleepless nights, when I am facing pain of any sort in my body because of something I've done, or because I'm just, aging a little bit here, I can press through that. If Paul was able to press through that, I can press through that too. Not diminishing or saying that your pain and your suffering is not important and it's not debilitating in any way. But what I do want to say is maybe, just maybe, our trials and struggles in our physical bodies are a means of distraction to keep us from sharing the gospel of Christ, the hope of glory, to those that we love, to those that we encounter on a daily basis, because we can just get distracted, we can get defeated, we can get feelings of despair, feelings of depression, because we just don't feel well. And I'm not saying that all of that is not real or true, and very real things that we deal with. I'm in the middle of it too. But here's the thing, not allowing these things to keep us distracted from sharing Christ, the hope of glory. So, what are your thoughts? Would you please share with us today? We'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.